Every time a comic book movie or a giant blockbuster or something based on IP releases, there's always a group of dorks whining going, "Wah, Hollywood doesn't make original movies anymore. Wah, where's the new ideas?" And then movies like Lisa Frankenstein, Love Lies Bleeding, or Monkey Man release, and guess what? No one sees them. I saw each of these movies opening weekend in theaters with less than 10 people in each theater, and the same thing happened with this movie. Everybody wants to wax poetic about the lack of original movies, but when they actually release, no one fucking sees them. That just really bothers me. If you're gonna whine about a lack of original ideas in original movies, then you need to be supporting original ideas in original movies. Alright, rant out of the way, let's review a movie. What's up, schmucks? I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you're ready to talk about The Fall Guy, directed by David Leitch with a script penned by Drew Pearce. The Fall Guy follows Colt Seavers, played by Ryan Gosling. Colt is a stuntman working on an action film directed by Jodie, played by Emily Blunt. Colt likes Jodie a lot, but he has to put that aside when he's tasked with hunting down the missing star of the movie. Shenanigans ensue, and what we get is a fun action flick that you probably won't remember in a week. So as always, we're gonna start with the good and what I liked, and then we will get to the bad and what I didn't care for. So, what's good here? The leads. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt are fantastic in this. Together, they have truly lovely chemistry. I couldn't get enough of them. They bounce off of each other so well, whether it be a romantic scene or a scene where they're bickering. They just have really fantastic chemistry. That being said, this is very much Ryan Gosling's movie. He is the Fall Guy. Gosling is amazing. We all know this, and he's bringing all of his Gosling charm to this role. He's funny, he's heroic, he's an underdog, and he's fucking huge. Beyond the leads, this movie's got some pretty solid action. It's not the best of the year, I would say that goes to Monkey Man, but it is better than, say, The Beekeeper. The fights are well choreographed with sprinkles of solid comedy, the set pieces are big and spectacular, and the actors all sell it excellently. Gosling in particular, I know he's done a few action flicks in his career, but he's so good in this one. It actually kind of surprised me how good he is in these action scenes. Also, all the action beats in this movie feel ripped straight from Uncharted, and as a massive Uncharted fan, I loved that. Speaking of the set pieces, there's a lot of impressive stunts in this movie. However, this compliment is kind of a double-edged sword, which we'll come back to. But the last thing I want to say for the good is that this movie is mostly funny. I was chuckling throughout, but this does lead us into the bad. So, what didn't I like here? This movie moves at a clip. It takes no time to get started, and it never stops once it starts, which I did like. However, to accommodate this pace, the movie is wall-to-wall jokes, never-ending jokes. And when you have a million jokes a second, they're not all gonna land. I was chuckling, sure, but some of the jokes fell flat, and none of them got me to LOL, as the kids say. I said before that the stunts in this movie are really impressive, and they are, but I didn't even know most of them were practical until the end credits roll and you see behind the scenes footage of the stunts. Again, super impressive, but in hindsight, because in the movie, in the scenes themselves, they don't feel real. When I watch John Wick, I know I'm in for a stunt-a-palooza because everything looks and feels authentic. Same with Indiana Jones. Like, check this shit out. That's amazing. This movie evokes none of that, which I think is a real shame because this movie's whole thing is how stuntmen are the unsung heroes of action flicks, which, by the way, they absolutely are. Look at this shit. Incredible. I liked this movie. I really did. But I try to be honest in my reviews. And to be honest, this movie is ultimately nothing special. I've seen better action. I've heard funnier jokes. I've seen stronger chemistry. That's not to say this movie is bad, but this isn't a cut above anything. So while I really enjoyed watching The Fall Guy in the moment, by the time I got home from the theater, I was already forgetting it. Would I recommend this movie? Yeah, the action is fun and the leads are delightful, which are really the only boxes the movie needs to check. Will I remember this movie in December when I'm recounting my 10 faves of the year? No, I barely remember it now. But again, I did really like it in the moment, so maybe catch this at a matinee or something. Alright, that'll do it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave a dislike. Subscribe if you want to hear me talk about movies some more, and I will see you next time. Bye!